Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Fortnite videos. In this video here, I am sharing some of my game progressions on my Newbiepants account, my secondary account that I'm casually playing, progressing through the game, trying to complete as much as it as possible when time really allows it between my gaming on my main account and real life. In this video here, I am sharing how I completed, or rather, like the progressional part of the St. Patrick's event, because it was a pretty awesome event that we had a long time ago. But I mean, I've been stashing up on so much gameplay for Newbiepants that I really never found out how and when I should start cutting it and editing it and like all that kind of stuff. Optional quests, completing the troll quest for instance. Like, so many things we have going on in the game, and a lot of it is really just a grind that I do in the build the radar grid. I just like casually have fun, which means that making videos of it is not always like that hypey, super cool and interesting. But what I really wanted to do with the Newbiepants series of videos was to put it out there, the progression I have had with my characters, solo styling through the game. So those out there that are going to be joining the game at some point or are playing it right now get an idea about, for instance, how am I earning and placing my skill points during my progression, getting more resistance now because I experienced during my different missions that I needed more survivability, unlocking a survivor slot so that I can gain more home-based power. This here is a tech slot that I unlock, meaning that I will be dealing more damage with traps, for instance, and abilities. So all of that stuff is coming in here, including the rewards, the different chests, because I mean, I know that I'm playing it solo style, but there may be some of you out there wanting to play the game, looking at how I have done it, and you're like, yeah, but didn't you just take your character in on a power level 100 mission 10 times with your main account to just boost through it? And no, I don't, because I'm playing this secondary account this way because I think it's really fun to progress like that in the game. And in doing that, I also want to be sharing some of the different rewards I am getting, both in terms of experience, V-Bucks, heroes, all that stuff as they are coming. Which means that some of these videos, such as this one here, is a bit of a grind really, but it is coming there nonetheless. Getting the hoverbot, getting a bit more tech score, just building towards some of the higher end things. And this here is really what I wanted to do the most in the video. 10 days of logging in. So this here was the 10th day that I played on Newbiepants account, where we got the Shamrock Reclaimer, where we had the St. Patrick's Day event. I got a login reward with a hero, so I got an epic Fleetfoot Ken. Not that I'm gonna be playing him that much because I do have better, but that is like before the actual event started, before I started grinding the St. Patrick's event. I had already prepared, getting a bit more power, leveling up my Dragon's Roar weapon so that I was as strong as possible in order to like crush things moving forward. And what I like wanted to look into here was actually, do I want to be able to evolve my Outlander, because the Shamrock Reclaimer was a crazy strong character. I played that on my main account. Luckily, I didn't really get to specialize it on this account because Epic Games kind of destroyed him in my opinion. So the first thing we had to do in the St. Patrick's Day event was to go around and find 7 of these fool's gold piles of goodness that exploded on you that could be found around the outskirts of the map. So completing that was a very enjoyable and fast mission. Just, you know, getting it done there. You could do it in pretty much any mission type that you wanted to. Obviously, I selected the build the radar grid because I really like doing those. Just getting in the first step of it, raking in the rewards. And we had these Bring It On gold for during this event period here. It was a really amazing period of time. The Fool's Gold mission rewards were 500 tickets, so those could be used to bash the event llamas at the time. Also some pretty decent ones and with some very special weapons in them. But that was the first step of it. The next one was to go out there and look for clues to why these husks were luckier than normal, which meant that we had to take down husks and pick up these lucky golden clovers. And that was like one of the major time sinks that we had in this event here. They were not hard as such to find, but you needed to find 50, meaning that you had to take down a huge amount of husks in order to actually like complete the mission. So for me, that was a bit of a grind because I wanted to play the game as much solo style as I could, which ruled out doing storm shield defenses, like for a great deal of the game anyway. So I did Atlas missions like here, fight the storm, because I knew when I had a base defense styled mission, I would be getting a lot of husks coming towards me. And this was a mission that could really be completed on any difficulty level. The Fight the Storm mission I showed there, or here rather, for the rewards was power level 19. But I could have done a power level like 9 or 5 if I wanted to. The only concept was you need to take out a lot of husks so you can pick up these 50 lucky clovers in order to get the win, complete the mission, move forward. I was been asked a few times during my early sharing of this mission here to go in and share what I have in my backpack, my stuff, what do I pick up during the process. So I just took a bit of a clip of that as well while I was recording this, so it is coming in here for reference. The type of stuff that I had in my account at the time, it's not really that interesting. 2 legendary traps that I can work with, so that is pretty cool. I'm pretty hyped about that. And I have some decent weapons as well, and in that I have my Dragon's Roar. And what I'm just showcasing here is with an update that we got here, you could actually craft things in your armory, and when you did that in your home base you would get experience points. So everyone that was preparing items in between missions, and sometimes I did that as well, you would be getting some experience points. So if you are crafting really amazing weapons and traps and stuff like that, you would be able to level up your home base power, not your home base power, your commander level without actually playing a game if you had the materials for it. So yeah, that was just putting it out there just as well. Another radar grid, farming in things, because as you could see in my account before, I was pretty low on loads of things, and even though what I was doing here was specifically completing the St. Patrick's Day event, I also knew that I had some pretty sneaky things coming around the corner. For instance, I had to complete a storm chest, and soloing a storm chest when you're a low powered player can be pretty tough. While I did it, you had to complete the entire storm chest in order to complete the mission, where it has been updated now, so you only need to actually complete the first part of the storm chest, the first 25 husks, in order to complete the mission. But we kind of had to do 50 and mist monsters, so yeah, it was a challenge that I was building up towards while I was doing this at the same time. So a lot of stuff going on while playing, and really hard to share exactly why the different things are actually being done the way they are. So yeah, hopefully this slightly longer video is gonna shed some light upon how I got from A to B in regards to at least the huge gap that I've had here, because even though this mission is probably only gonna be this video 10 minutes or something, it is hours of gameplay. As you can see, each and every time we have one of these mission reward completions where I'm breaking in something, we're talking between 9 and 30 minutes. The St. Patrick's Day event for me was something that I was having a great amount of time with. It was a really enjoyable event for me to play. Completed the epic troll stash here. Not really that interesting as such, but it's another one of those side quests that we have in the game that can really give you something if you don't have much to spend in the game. These things that go bang in the night, I completed them every once in a while because we kind of did that. It was a repeat mission. Eldritch Abominations for active power cells, so many of these extra things. But the Leaves of Fall was completed here, giving me another 100 V-Bucks, so that is not that interesting for me on this account, since I'm stashing up on them, saving them for, I don't know, an anniversary video or something where we're gonna be going crazy with 1,000,000 V-Bucks. I don't know, just putting it out there. But anyway, that was that part of the mission. It was the main time sink in the event. It was, it took a lot of time for a lot of players, and I was one of them. And the next one was another one of these really cool, enjoyable one mission kind of things, where I just needed to put down a leprechaun trap. Well, you needed to put down 5. And as with the pots of gold, you could find these at the outskirts of the map, some pretty fixed locations. So that was easy, it was enjoyable. Those are the type of missions that I really like, because we can just go in there very specifically and complete them. Not that I mind the grind, I don't mind taking down millions of husks, not at all, but for an event, I really like to have things split up, one mission, one game. Nobody takes me flakes. Again, 500 of these tickets, so in total now 1,000 tickets, so that you can bash one llama for completing these missions. The next one was to go out and fight some of these gnomes. Once again, we needed to do 5, and these could be a little challenging to find. I mean, I had loads of games where I was helping other players with it. I think on my main account it took me 2 games, because one of them was really hiding. But yeah, you just had to scout the map, and I always felt like the last one was positioned in some really sneaky position in the map, but I guess it really depends on what map you had and where you spawned and what you were playing. But I always felt like there was one that was hidden very well. So I feel this was a really well developed, well designed part of the event as well, because we had fun while scouting the map and doing the things that we normally enjoy in the game. And for me, as you can see, it was a build the radar grid. So surprise! I tried to do one of those for a change. So raking in loads of these different mission reward things so that I could level up things. Completed My Name Is, got another 100 V-Bucks, leading us to the last mission where I just logged in and saw this. We had to find a pub or bar, I think it was. And there we had it. I just logged in to a mission and walked directly into the pub. It was crazy because, like, I have no idea how many games I actually played on my main account in order to find a pub that I could go into. I spent hours trying to find this location. I helped others try to find this location, and with Newbiepants, I just fired up a map and went directly into it. It was right by the spawn, so it was like a bit of a joke, but enjoyable because I was expecting to just chain grind maps in Plankerton until I found a pub. But it was served to me on a silver platter, so that was really cool. It was a very nice surprise. So You Don't Have to Go Home was completed. That allowed me to select one of these 3 event hero skins. And I mean, I kind of just wanted one, so I just picked the middle. They're just skins. Got loads of experience points, got loads of research points as well that I claimed in moving towards the next survivor. Unlocking survivors also here in the skill tree. I stashed up my skill points while I was grinding the event so that I could just do a batch of skill points at one point for those interested in how am I placing these skill points during my progression. So I wanted to have that sorted. Unfortunately, I had to select this shotgunner slot, which is like really bad game design because it is hopeless and useless, but it was done. After that, having raked in all this experience points for all these missions I played, I wanted to one-up my things a little bit by nudging around my survivors. I got the new epic survivor, the leprechaun, that I put in there as well. So just changing things around, upgrading them as much as I can to get a higher home base power. Some of these really boost me up quite a bit just by moving them from one slot to another so that they have a matching personality with the leader. On Newbiepants, I have pretty junk survivors, but that is how it is when you're playing it without really spending any of the V-Bucks on llamas and just grabbing the stuff that you get for free in the game. And I kind of like that, and I haven't had that much of a problem progressing really. It's just really cool, fun, and amazing, but it's going to be really exciting when I get to Twine Peaks to see how it's going to be to play there without having like a full legendary set of goodies. Bashing my llama here as well because I did rake in 1,000 tickets for the St. Patrick's Day event. And what that really gave me was a selection between a rare club and a rare X schematic. Woo! Party! The party never ends in Fortnite. I also got something else. Oh yes, I did. After having bashed loads of these, completed so many missions, I got another weapon that I probably won't be using, which is a bit of a shame. I could select between these two. I got the Copper Dragon's Fury. I now have, I think, 2 of these on this account, so yay me. But regardless, guys, that was completing the St. Patrick's Day event on my Newbiepants account. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you very much for watching.